Hi, I'm here today, joined by Jenny Fowley, who is a midwife in Chester. Hi, Jenny. Really nice to have you with us and Vibe Manchester. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. It's nice and sunny, so it's a lovely day.
And thank you so much for talking with us on your lunch break. Day 4 out of 6, is it, that you've been working? Well, and you're looking fabulous for it. It's the International Day of the Midwife, which is why we're having a chat, and I've just got a few questions for you. So, first of all, what is your job role?
So I am a community midwife. That means I am seeing women from their very first appointment when they are booking with their midwife, and we see them right through the pregnancy, throughout, taking bloods, making sure that they're okay and their babies are okay. And then we also support them afterwards when their little ones have arrived, and we are also on call for home births as well. So that's my usual role in a nutshell.
So, sounds like a really, really worthwhile and lovely job. How has what you do changed since COVID-19? What are the biggest changes that you've found?
So really the biggest changes is that we are now obviously having to wear our PPE. So we're meeting women possibly for the first time, and they have to wear masks, we have to wear masks as well. So suddenly what is normal for a midwife, it's just a smile, that they can't see that anymore, but we are still smiling underneath the mask. You can't see it, it's all hidden.
It's a lovely smile as well.
I think the biggest change though for the community midwives is that we're used to seeing our women from 8 weeks, and then we see them very regularly throughout the pregnancy, and that's usually face to face, whereas at the moment most of our appointments in the early stages of pregnancy is by telephone. So it's a lot of telephone appointments, Zoom meetings with them. Our antenatal classes are done over Zoom, so we're not having that same sort of face to face meetings with them until they.
Those interactions are slightly different. Yeah. Do you find that the women are more worried about those, not having those early interactions with you guys?
I haven't noticed as such. I think because we are trying to make them as at ease, we have access to Facebook, so they are able to sort of keep up to date with the changes with us. That hopefully they are finding that the transition isn't a huge shock for them. It's just making sure that they are aware that we are still here. We are still available to support them if they are needed. If we need to see them.
Yeah. And what are the biggest fears or the biggest fears that expectant mothers are having at the moment? And how can you reassure them? Because obviously for some women, this is a scary time anyway. It might be their first babies, but that added fear, what are you finding that people are most worried about?
I think the biggest fear is the sort of the rumour mill that is sending the message that women are unable to have a birth partner with them for their births, which is just not true. Obviously, if your birth partner that they're planning to have has unfortunately got the symptoms for COVID-19, then we would ask them to bring a backup support person with them. But no woman is expected to have their baby without a birthing partner at all. So that is our yeah, that's their biggest worry. Also, it's the fear of having to wear a mask during their labours, which is something that we can understand. I have to wear my mask during the day, and it isn't pleasant. But we are trying to make it as nice of an experience for everybody, that we're all in the same boat there.
So they do have to wear a mask. Yeah.
That's the advice. Everyone has to wear one, just for their protection, for ours as well.
There has been also rumours that ladies who want home births are not allowed in certain areas. Is this true? And can you shed any light on the home birth situation?
So it's not a case of being allowed or not allowed. As midwives, our main role is to advocate for our women, is to give them informed choice, so they are aware of their choices, and we also to support them. At the moment, around the Chester and Wirral area, that our home birth service has been put on hold at the moment, and that is because we need to make sure that we are safe, that our staffing levels are safe, and also that if in an emergency we have got the access to the ambulance service. And that is the reason at the moment why our home birth service is limited, and it's because we want to make sure that if we needed to transfer in, we would have access to an ambulance, which is
right. Okay, so I suppose it's case to case. Yeah. And finally, there's a lot of talk in the media about the lack of PPE available to you and other medical people in that profession. And what's your experience of this?
So my experience is I have a car full of PPE. I have access to all the aprons that I need. I've got masks available, and all the gloves. Obviously, at the time, it was possibly that the advice to wear PPE was slightly slow on the sort of uptake, so it was a bit slow to filter down to us. But once the decision was that we needed to wear PPE, we had access to it, and so I haven't had any problems.
Okay, well, Jenny, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. On behalf of myself and Vibe Manchester, we can't stop saying thank you to all the NHS workers. You're doing an amazing job, and I hope you have a really nice day, as it is your day, Midwife Day.
I think we're going to go and have a cake.
Yeah, have some cake. That's exactly what you need to do. Thank you very much, and have a really nice week.
Thank you. Bye.